Are we up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. It is Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you have any minutes or reports received and filed?
Yes, I have the collector's November 2025 fees and the auditor's November 2025 reconciliation report.
Okay. Commissioner Committee liaison reports, upcoming meetings and events.
Thursday, we got the Central Bank Leadership Group is about the only thing I've got.
Today with J.C. Rev, tomorrow Middleborough Regional Planning Commission in Ashland, and then what Jeff mentioned on Thursday.
Okay. I have the American Legion Christmas party tonight. Tomorrow, there's a special chamber board meeting at 9 a.m. Central Bank leadership, and then Saturday, it's going to be Cole County Day on KWAS Radio. So I've got Christy, and hopefully I've got Jay, and I'm going to get some information from Public Works on our sales tax renewal. I would like to welcome our representatives from Congressman Anders' office of South York and Sarah. Oh, she moved on.
Her bodyguard.
So anyway, they welcome, and we're always glad to have you here. And we're going to kind of deviate from our agenda, and we're going to go straight to the proclamation for Debbie Malzner's retirement after 35 years. So, Miss Debbie, if you would come forward, and if my fellow commissioners would. But you know, you work until you're replaced, and I don't know if we're ready. I think maybe another 10 years.
Oh, no.
Okay. We have a proclamation by the Cole County Commission. Whereas on January 1st, 1990, Debbie Malzner began working for Cole County as deputy auditor for James Jim LePage until December 2001, when she accepted a position as finance officer in the commission office. And whereas she worked tirelessly for numerous commissioners, including Robert Gratz, Artwin Earhart, Sharon Davidson, Donald Stockman, David Brizendine, Mike Pee Wee Fark, Eric Peters, Bob Jones, Mark Ellinger, Chris Wrigley, Chris Shepperly, Jeff Helsher, Sam Bushman, and Harry Otto. And whereas she has been a lifeline for the commission for years, keeping the payroll for over 380 employees, updated and informing the commission with the latest documentation, and whereas she guarded the county funds as if they were her own, and whereas Debbie felt more at ease doing a job herself than asking for help, and whereas no task was too complicated or burdensome, she was always willing to do more. And whereas Debbie and her husband Kent have been happily married for 34 years, raised two wonderful children, son Jordan, wife Liz, and daughter Hannah, and were blessed with two amazing grandchildren, Oakley and Vincent. And whereas caregiver is a word that best describes Debbie, as she always went out of her way to make sure her immediate and extended family's needs were met, which often included grocery runs, laundry service, transportation to doctor's appointments, babysitting, house cleaning, and many other duties as they arose. Never could get her to wash my cars. And whereas after retirement, Debbie plans to enjoy time with her husband, children, and grandchildren, and spend time camping with friends. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Cole County Commission, and the people of Cole County do hereby wish Debbie Malsner many years of a happy and fulfilling retirement and commend her for her 35 years of faithful service and loyalty to the county. Debbie will be truly missed, for she has served us well. And that,
Thank you.
this too, you can just put on the wall somewhere, and we wrote some little messages on the back.
Okay.
And then this is a Cole County ornament you can put on your Christmas tree,
All right.
or whatever you can do with it, whatever you want.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
Debbie, you will be missed.
And I will miss this place. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Definitely miss this place. And I appreciate the opportunity to serve. I definitely served under a lot of commissioners in my time, but I do enjoy the time I had and appreciate you guys listening to what I had to say most of the time. You may not have done what I wanted you to do most of the time, but you did have given me the opportunity to speak, so I appreciate that. And I definitely feel like you guys are in good hands after I leave. Jessica's going to do a wonderful job. Sheila, it's been wonderful working with her, and she does a wonderful job for the county. And Lily back there, she's hiding. I've never found anybody that works so hard and so fast. Yes, I'm gonna miss you. Melody, you too. I worked with you a long time, and we raised our kids together. And Jill, it's been nice working with you too. So definitely I'm gonna miss you guys, but I'll come back and visit.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to thank my family because I did spend a lot of time here on the nights and weekends, so. Now they're gonna be sick of me. They'll be ready for me to get back to work.
All right, hold on. You're not getting away that easy from me. Go ahead and open it. It's been 17 years, pretty much my work life. We argued, we talked, my therapist at times. We didn't always agree, but always respected your opinion. And like I said, we didn't always do what you want us to, and we'd be mad for a few days, and in the truest fashion of being my wife, we wouldn't talk for a few days. But she got to go to her house, I got to go to mine. And in the truest sense of being a wife, she would always tell you she's always right and never forgets anything, and she wouldn't let me forget it. So it's been you've left an incredible mark on Cole County and on me, Debbie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I like that.
You got employee runner of the month, employee of the month runner up.
I appreciate
I'm the rookie of this group here, the oldest rookie too, I guess. But so in 2020, I was nosing around here. Do I want to run? And on a Saturday, I'm over across the street for another reason. And who do I see walking out just to take a break and go back to work? But this lady on a Saturday. So I knew what I was getting into working with this lady at that time. Wow, what dedication.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And I've worked with a lot of good department heads and elected officials over the years, and I will miss you guys, but.
Well, you're going to get this wrapping paper. I'll reuse that.
I'm saving it, December 14th.
Did you want a picture with this? You can put that out of the way. I was just having fun with that. Do something to try
Did
to
you guys
keep
get a picture of all of us together?
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. Appreciate it. See you, Jeff. I'll see you.
Oh, yeah, don't be a stranger. We'll let you down. We got your number.
Miss you too.
Yep, she's all yours now, Ken.
You talk about that therapist?
She'll want to send a bill now if I do that and call her for that help.
Okay. Now we will go to presentation from staff, consultants, invited guests. We have years of service certificates. So I guess we got to come back down, guys. Is there an Eric Landwehr here who's been with us for 20 years? You rode your tricycle to work.
I did, yeah. I rode my tricycle.
There you are, sir. Hey, you've come a long way.
I had to bring 32 years when I started, then 13 years.
So we got another 25 years out of you.
Maybe 15, maybe. Maybe not. 10 at most.
Do we have Jana Atkins here? 20 years? Janae? No? Okay. 20 years, Brandon Beckman?
Hiding back there.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Brandon. I've been putting up with Eric for 20 years.
Where's the sheriff? John Wheeler, 20 years. Oh, my God.
Found me something that I could hide behind.
So those
Let's see how Friday comes first.
Will we give him a second bullet now that he's been here for 20? Or does he still just get the one?
Just the one. Just the one bullet.
Oh, well, now we're going to the old age ones. Amy Ray, 30 years. So I know she had to start when she was,
I don't think she's here.
okay.
After that
Debbie
comment-
Molster, where'd Debbie go? 35 years. 35 years.
Thanks again,
Thank you.
Dad.
Thank you. This is wonderful. We have employees that have devoted their lives to Cole County, so we appreciate them and all they do for us. Okay, now we have the Soda Fund Christmas drawing. So we have 10 drawings at $50 each. Draw one, Jeff.
It better not be Jeff's name 10 times in a row.
Taylor P. Hopkins.
Okay. Do you want these?
You can just start a pile of it.
Okay.
Do they all get the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can write on
$50. Lane Foley.
I got a couple.
Okay.
There. Our clock.
Darren Shepperly.
There you go.
Okay. Chris Gunnarsson. Christopher Gunnarsson.
Works for me. I'll take all the cash for my people.
I have Alicia Green. Mallory Berry. Have you kept count on how many we've drawn?
That's six.
Six, yeah.
Okay, you got Mallory Berry.
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is Ralph Ryerson II. And Raymond Rafe, R-A-E-F. And Jill LaHue.
Don't to pick somebody else.
She said don't hand it back.
Toby Meyer. How many is that?
7, 8, 9. One more.
Lakeisha Collins.
Okay.
Okay,
And those are $50 cash prizes.
$50 cash prizes. Okay, then we will go for our Toys for Tots Christmas drawing. And, you know, we have great response from our employees for Toys for Tots. And I forget, 76 boxes, I think.
67.
67.
Oh, no.
Well, next year it'll be 76.
Not 6, 7.
We'll work our way out.
We can't do one
We'll
more.
work our way out. But
I just learned what that is.
besides the toys, we also collected $1,156 in cash. So we had employees who, rather than buying toys, gave cash, and that will buy a lot of toys.
How many ambulances full was that?
That would be 7.
And we started with 2, 1,
One.
2 the first year.
And then we went to
I think
2.
we did 1.5 the first.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Good job.
Last year was 9, but obviously the price of toys is much inflated this year. So,
And I do want to thank, I'm not going to, but some of our special recognition to Rachel Brennan from EMS, Rob Mock, Tim Thierhoff, Eric Landwehr, and Mitchell Ott. Those all kind of went above and beyond too, so I do want to recognize them for their kindness and giving. And so we will draw for a $100 bill, which I pulled out of somewhere.
Did you just print that? Make sure it's
Yeah.
dry.
It is Rachel Brennan, VMS.
Yeah.
So, and she was one of those I recognized. So if you would pass that on
Okay.
to her.
Better get a picture of that.
Sure, we tried it. We have witnesses.
We've had a lot of counterfeit. I'll check that and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Actually, have that one.
Okay. So much for all of this, and I want to thank everybody, though, for participating. We will go to appointment by commission, reappointment of Jeff Knott to the Heartland Port Authority.
Make a motion to reappoint Jeff Nod to represent the county on the Department of Port Authorities Board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Here is the sign. Any commission comments? We did the proclamation for Debbie. So we will go to bids and contracts, approval and signing of the lease agreement with MoDOT.
Okay, just a little background information on this. So in our public works facility at 5055 Monticello, it's basically a two-level lot there. The upper lot was blasted years ago up against the MoDOT right-of-way to create, an upper yard basically for our facility there. And over the years, that rock cut has started to slough off and erode. We have a fence that is right along the MoDOT right-of-way right there, and this erosion is undermining the fence. It's falling down. We've been working with MoDOT to figure out a solution to secure our property and, eliminate the issue of the erosion. And so what we came up with is a lease of state right-of-way. And there's a drawing that I gave you that kind of shows the general dimensions of it. It's not a real big area, but it puts it out about 20 feet from where this area is where it's eroding. And so we'll replace the fence, set it back on MoDOT right-of-way. They'll let us do that. And then we'll kind of clean up the area that's eroding. And this will just be the term of the lease, I think is 5 years to renew at that point. But this was a pretty reasonable solution. It's no cost. We're a partner with MoDOT on many different things, and so in other cases maybe there would be a cost, but in this case there's no cost. So we just need the county commission to sign this lease agreement, and this would have to be notarized, I guess, through the normal, there is worked with Jill on this. Dawn, the notary form is a little different than what you normally have. It has to be this way according to them, so if you need to do anything else, go ahead and do that. So anyway, just wanted to get the county commission approval of this lease agreement with MoDOT.
Make a motion to sign the lease agreement with MoDOT.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Approval and signing of contract amendment for MODHSS for public health emergency preparedness contract.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This contract was, when we first got the original contract in for July, it runs July through June. It was only for half the amount, and CDC awarded the rest to DHSS, so now they're awarding the rest of the contract for us. So it's still that July 1, 2025 through June 30th of 2026, but it's for the full amount of $48,103. Just need signature there. I brought your pen. Forgot what it looked like. All right.
Make a motion to sign and approve the contract amendment from Missouri Department of Housing.
Health.
I'm sorry, Health and Senior Services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, new business. Accounts payable review.
We asked for approval of accounts payable pending review.
Motion to approve accounts payable pending review.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Health Department to discuss increasing environmental inspection fees.
Hello. So we talked a little bit about this at budget time when I brought the chart back and kind of separated a little bit so it might be easier to see. We talked about our fees are quite a bit lower than the city and other counties that have ordinances. So at the top of the chart, it kind of shows what we have now. The bottom of the chart is what we would like to go to. So instead of, our food establishments we talked about, depending on what type of food they serve, how many people they serve, and what kind of facility they have, they're kind of rated on high, medium, and low. Right now, high is $150 a year, medium is $100, and low is $50. In comparison to someplace like Taney County, where it's which is Branson, which is like $500, $300, and $150. The city of Jefferson is $546, $415, and $277. We would like to raise our fees for $300 for high, $200 for medium, and $100 for low. The initial revisit is free, and then for $100 for each additional visit after that. Same with on-site sewage. We would like to raise those fees for a new on-site sewage system, $400, a new lagoon with a tank, $250, and a repair, $150 for that permit. So as you know, on-site sewage, the permitting of those systems can be very time-consuming for our staff, depending on how much time they have to work with the installer, the engineer, and the review and site visit there are. So it can take a lot of time. So we would ask that you approve us changing our fees to those 2026 recommendations that are at the bottom of the chart.
We're still so much less expensive than Jefferson City or these other counties.
Well, Camden and we're kind of in line with Christian County. Taney County is Branson. They're a little bit different situation, but we thought this was a pretty fair raise. But if you would like us to raise them more, it's your decision.
These are state-required inspections, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
But the state does give us the authority to have an ordinance and to charge a fee.
The current fees have been in place since?
About 7 years, I think.
It's been a while. We have to raise them since I was director, but it's been a while.
I'm okay with the proposed amounts. Are you? I'll make a motion to increase the environmental inspection fees to the proposed amounts.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We'll have those start January 1, and we'll notify our establishments.
Thanks.
Okay. Health Department to discuss lodging ordinance ideas.
So right now, we do the inspections for all the lodging establishments, city and county, because we do under the LPUHA participation agreement with DHSS. And we receive no funding for those inspections besides that we call like the core public health agreement, that participation agreement, which I think it was around 150 this year because they had a little extra incentive money. Like I said during budget time, that contract covers a lot of things that the health department does. Kind of all our core public health stuff. It's supposed to cover food, sewage complaints, communicable disease investigations, STI investigations and treatment, lodging. You know, that $150,000 a year doesn't touch everything my staff does under that contract. And DHSS realizes that that's the contract. We're 51st in the nation per capita. So anyway, lodging, we do have the ability to have an ordinance, which we do right now, that just gives us the authority to shut down those lodging establishments that are causing an imminent health hazard. But we want to add to that ordinance is a fee for inspection. So we don't have a drafted ordinance yet. We've been collecting other counties, but we wanted to talk about and see if you're amenable to us drafting an ordinance. And then for fees, right now the state fee is per guest room. So it's $50 for a lodging establishment plus $2 per guest room above 10 and through 20, plus $1 per guest room above 20. And you know, we don't inspect every guest room. You do a percentage depending on how big the hotel is. Callaway County has an ordinance. They just charge a flat $200. Taney County does it by room. We've talked about what would be easiest, and we're thinking we want to do just a flat amount. And we want to do it like food, kind of depending on their risk level and their past inspections, maybe how many rooms they have, kind of establish their risk level. So everyone's going to default to medium, and we'll do it the same fees as food. It'll be $200. But then if you're high risk, maybe it's the number of rooms, maybe it's what's happened in past inspections, you might be triggered up to that $300 range. Or if it's a small operation, always clean, not a lot of issues, you might fall down to that low risk of 100. So today we're just asking if you'd be amenable to us changing that ordinance to include a fee. And if so, we'll work with Jill. We have some examples of ordinance to get that drafted and bring back to you.
Sounds fair and reasonable to me.
Yeah, again, these are state inspections, right?
Correct. Yeah, right now, we do the inspection, the state gets the licensing fee. So we want an inspection fee, basically. Do you like the flat amount versus this many rooms, that many rooms? Do you like the high, medium, or, you know, kind of high risk, medium?
I defer to you on that, but I think it's something that the owner of the establishment understands that there's some objective criteria there rather than just subjective, and they should have an idea of where they're going to fall.
We will draft those parameters.
And then reinspection fee.
Yeah, and then there'll be a first visit. First re-inspection is free. Once after that, we'll charge a fee. Because there are some that we spend a lot of time visiting.
Yeah, you've had some interesting, properties.
Correct.
I just like the idea of a tiered one, because if you're just doing your inspection or if you're doing multiple rooms or something, I think you need to have something in there.
Okay.
But
Do you like the high, medium, low, not the per room fee?
something or a hybrid, whatever you think's going to work.
Okay.
Just, you know, to try to be fair to everybody.
We'll do a little research
Including
and
us.
right,
You know.
and draft. An
If you're going to
ordinance.
have to go through 180 rooms and then,
We don't. They do a percentage of the rooms, but
So-
the bigger facilities, it's still a higher amount of rooms. Okay, we'll work on that. Bring it back. We'll work with Jill.
okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay, discussion on pet leash requirements in all county parks.
So on October 7th, our department received a complaint regarding a dog at County Park kind of terrorizing some citizens that were walking the trail. And when we got that complaint in, we started doing a little research and found a few things, a lot of conflicting information, either on the county website or posted rules at the parks. So the county website listed that all pets shall be on a leash, and this was a document that had been uploaded on the website, I think when the website first started, the current one that we have. And then each park has a different rule. One doesn't say anything about the leash requirement. One park says pets shall be on a leash, and says should be on a leash. So each of the 3 parks has different information or doesn't have any information at all. So the next parks meeting, and just coincidentally, it was delayed from September, so we had a meeting shortly after that on October 28th. It was the 3rd quarter Parks Committee meeting, and they reviewed this complaint and discussed a possibility of doing a leash requirement for the parks, and that they voted. There was a motion to adopt or recommend a leash requirement. That vote ended in a 2-2 tie, so no action was taken at that time. However, the committee members wanted to hear more input from citizens. The citizen that filed that October 7th complaint could not attend that meeting on the 28th. And so we said we'd bring this back to the next Parks Committee meeting, which was December 2nd. A few things that we did. So we had a news release that went out notifying the public of the meeting on December 2nd. We also did a Facebook post, and then one of the committee members, Todd Miller, also had a Facebook post. And several comments were posted on Todd's post, all supportive of a leash requirement. And then on our post, we didn't get any comments, but we had 13 likes and several, the reach was like over 1,000 people. And when we had our meeting on the 2nd, we did have one citizen attend. It was the daughter of the original person that filed the complaint on the 7th. And the committee members discussed this concept again of a leash, and then Todd Miller submitted some information about it. We did find in the research that the committee had reviewed a leash requirement back in about 2008, and then also, I believe, 2015. And at that time, both times, they opted to not recommend a leash requirement. Several citizens did speak up at that time at those meetings. But at the December 2nd meeting, we didn't have anybody there supportive of or not supportive of a leash requirement, and nobody reached out to us through our efforts to try to get some citizen input about not doing a leash requirement. Everybody was supportive and confident. So at that December 2nd meeting, the Parks Committee did vote unanimously to recommend that the County Commission adopt a pet leash requirement for the 3 county-owned parks. That would be Polk County, J.C. Park, Thanen Park, and Brooks Park. So, and we can discuss here in just a second, but if the commission does support doing a leash ordinance, there is a current ordinance that addresses pet waste at County Park. We would have to revise that and incorporate the leash into that. So that one would be rescinded and a new ordinance would be drafted and signed. There would be a little bit of cost to retrofit the existing signs that we have or add some new signs about the pet leash rule, but generally the cost would be pretty small. So I do have a few documents from our research and efforts over the past couple months, but I just was curious what the commission's stance or position, if you have any comments on how you'd like us to proceed with this.
I think it's reasonable to require that. It's probably a complaint-driven thing, so there could be some violations that don't incur a complaint, therefore don't incur a penalty. And is there, for instance, in the pet waste thing, is there a penalty provided for?
It's an infraction. The statute that would authorize this is the statute that says the county can control county property, just like we have our parking lot. You can get towed if you're not authorized to park there. So violation of that statute's an infraction, and it incurs a fine. I believe it's up to $300.
Walk me through a scenario where there's a complaint, a county personnel observes it, writes the ticket, you might say, and hands it to them.
But probably the sheriff would be the better person to address that scenario.
And I've already spoke with Jill and with Eric both. We just need, whenever we write the ordinance, we just need to make sure that it's something that we can in fact enforce. So we'll work with them and make sure that we've got something that's enforceable. And you're right, Harry, it'll be reaction. I mean, we're not going to be, just to make sure the public knows, we're not going to be cruising Cole County parks looking for people with their dogs off a leash. But we will, if we get just like any other call for service, if we get a call for service, we'll respond.
I think it's fair, somebody might be out there walking their dog on a leash and is approached by a leashless dog, with someone walking with it, and we have a dog fight, or whatever. So,
Or it could bite a person.
or it could, right, yeah, and that's a separate infraction. Civil.
Actually, they go on doggy death row if it happens twice.
Okay.
The complaint I got wasn't even about two dogs or dogs biting anyone. It was more, I mean, they're friendly dogs. They're not trying to do it, but they're knocking them over. There a lot of times it's, older people don't get around as good, and they were really concerned about it.
I represent everyone.
I don't know.
And I'm
My
just
first week
clumsy,
not
so-
using my cane.
So, I mean, that's kind of what brought it up, that I think there's a lot of people that actually have their dogs under good control and stuff, but, unfortunately, we do have to have something to where if it does happen, we can go out there and take care of the bad actors or whatever you want to call them.
I think you'll find that I agree, I think 95% of the people out there, once we broadcast and let everyone know that your dog's got to be released, they'll comply. I don't think there'll be an issue. It'll be that 3 to 5% that we'll have to deal with, but only once.
And I hate to even bring this up, but is there an area out there that we could fence for them to run unleashed? And because I'm sure people take their dogs out there if they're in the city, they don't have a big yard or anything, take their animals out, give them a little freedom. So
The Parks Committee has looked at a possible dog park out there, and it wasn't high on their priority list. This goes back a few years, but I think this discussion and conversation, and if we do enact a leash requirement, I think it makes the dog park concept maybe a little bigger of a deal. I was talking to somebody the other day, and this topic just came up out of nowhere. I didn't entice the conversation about a dog park, but Jefferson City has one. It's across the river. Taos has one at Countryside Park, and I think that's it. There's nothing on the west side of town, so one at County Park would be a good location. We do have some space for one. Understand there might be some grants available to do that as well. So I think it's something we will look a little closer at with the Parks Committee to see if we can make something happen out there. There's plenty of room to do one out there, just be a matter of picking a good location.
At the time, we could send them to Taos. I didn't realize, Taos has a wonderful park. So,
I was just wondering, and maybe this is a Jill question, who has the liability if you have a dog park with dogs running loose? Is there a liability to the county? I mean, and I want to tell you, my staff, I don't mind showing up for the occasional leash law violation, but I don't want to have to show up and start doing dog assaults on another dog calls. We won't do it. So I just want to make sure, what's the liability for that kind of stuff? I don't know. I'm asking out of ignorance.
We could get sued for anything. So You know, whether it's premises liability or some negligence on the part of the county, if there's none, I mean, it would be between the assaulting dog and the dog owner and all of that. That's probably a good question for our liability insurance carrier as to whether they issue dog park insurance.
And we might ask the city what they do with their dog park.
I can find out more information
Yeah,
on the cities for sure, yeah.
Just see how they address that.
I know that the one at the city, you have to pay to be a member.
Of the park?
Yes.
Park. There's an idea.
It's a very minimal fee. It's not, maybe $20 a year. It's very cheap, but there is some expense to maintain it. Not a great expense, but that's what they do at the city. Not saying that we need to do that, but that's what they do there. So our next Parks Committee meeting would be in March, and we'll bring this topic back up, assuming the commission supports going forward with a leash requirement about a dog park, and we'll have some more information about what the city does and Taos and how to do one if that's the direction they want to go. And again, the Parks Committee, they're just a recommending body. The county commission has ultimate authority on everything.
I don't think Jill's wrong that everybody sues for anything, but if we have a dog park and a fence and two dogs get in a fight, how are we negligible? I mean, we've got the ballpark out at County Park. If two teams get in a fight, are we going to get sued because we didn't put buffers up or have a power sprayer out there to spray them down when they start fighting or getting heated up? So this stuff gets way too difficult.
You're giving them ideas, Jeff. I agree with you, too.
So
You and I went to law school together, so.
you had better grades though.
We get members of our park committee, too, some of these old Marines and stuff, they can police it. Oh,
I would like to see the Parks Committee to proceed in the direction of a leash law in the parks and explore the possibility of a dog pen, you might say, at the county park, which has got room and could be beneficial to the citizens of Cole.
Can we get sponsors for that? I mean, I know Parks doesn't have a whole lot of money in their fund, so that's something to look at.
Let somebody advertise on the fence, maybe someone who sells dog food or something. There we go.
Sure.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
Okay, so we don't need the commission to take any action right now. We'll just pursue the ordinance and get that drafted and get it to you as soon as we can.
Let's move forward.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, public hearing for stop sign installation, Boone Road and Penny Hollow Road.
Sam, we can table this till the very end because it'll take a little time. I know there's other people that have things to do.
Okay, discussion of EMA hanging wall heaters.
Morning. Back in November, we went through all the units out at EMA and EMS. Brief history, these units are original to the building when it was first built. So it goes back to the Budweiser days. They are completely shot. I sent you all pictures of them rusted out completely. We've already replaced one of those units about 10 years ago back in the back corner. We replaced, we added two new ones when we built EMS up front and replaced one before. So I think this leaves us, if we replace these four right now, that leaves us two of the old ones left in the building that are still good. This is all a cooperative agreement for the price, $23,255 for 4 units.
We ought to give you heat.
Where
these at?
These are on the other side.
They're on the EMA side.
Yeah, it's out in that big
Yeah.
open area, so.
I'd say we got our money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
These go back to,
Talked about it
to
last week.
Shepherd's. Yeah.
So, go ahead. Get them coming.
I'll just need a signature on this.
That gentleman over there.
I will do that.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the EMA hanging wall heaters for the sum of $23,255.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye. Thanks, Greg.
Okay, salary discussion, Recorder's Department.
Giving my best here. As you know, I sent up a payroll form to adjust a small adjustment on an employee. He had just completed some training this past summer. The whole staff does ongoing training in our department because, as you know, we are under the legal section. You can look it up on the website, and it's important that they stay up in all the training. It was my understanding when I did my report for commissioners that there is a salary study, and the intent was to address salaries after the completion of that study. And I understand that, yet, however, I have observed that there have been some pivoting to other adjustments. So I am requesting that you adjust based on that, and also that my employee has just completed some ongoing education in Platts and Surveys. The other employees do other ongoing education, but they don't have the expertise in the second highest level training of legal descriptions or Platts and Surveys. So trying to get behind the reasoning of a $4,000 increase for another employee before the salary study came, has been here, is a little hard for me to understand. So I'm trying to get some clarification. I didn't ask for $4,000, but I did ask for a little bump for this person. I mean, I know when Tim came in, he has some chaos in his office. I did too, and did not get any adjustments when I came in 2019. I was told to wait till budget. I was told to wait till the next budget. So it took me 3 years. So I looked at salaries, and I'm glad you got it. I think you deserve it. So, but in all fairness and consistency, I did send out the pay form and asked for the adjustment too. And it's, like I said, it's not $4,000. You're starting certain employees at $44, and my employees had to earn that. They had to bump up to that. Going back in time, I'm going back into the different steps because I tried to stay in awareness of what other jobs pay. I mean, I've had an employee get a job offer too. It was $2,000 more than what I can pay her, but if all I have to do is verify that and bring it in, I'm just wanting to know if we're going to pivot to that, or are we not?
I was a no on those. I'm along the same lines on this one for pretty much the same reason. I want to get the salary study done and then try to figure out what adjustments we need to deal with.
Well, I feel like we're already throwing that salary study under the bridge here if we're not going to wait on other jobs.
I disagree with you on that, Judy. I think we will throw the salary study under the bus if we change numbers that we've turned into the consultant. They're making recommendations based upon the records we gave them, and if we're changing those records, it's going to distort their study. So I'm with the Eastern District Commissioner.
Well, so I agree that if we did that, you're right, Harry. But meanwhile, you did pivot and give a $4,000 salary increase to another county employee. So where was the reasoning behind that? and the consistency, what your intention is to do when we get that salary study back.
There were other circumstances with that employee that don't apply here. So,
As we all have.
okay.
And I'm just
You got my
asking-
answer. The answer is no.
And I'm just asking what those
You got his answer.
circumstances
His answer
were.
is no.
This is mine.
So you don't have anything but a no? You can't explain the reasoning behind a $4,000 salary increase?
Okay, I'm not going to get into this with you, Judy, at this time.
I don't blame you. You have no words. I see the unfairness. What message does that send to my employees?
Tell them that we said no.
I'm pretty sure they'll get that message, Harry.
Good.
Sam, can you explain it?
I'm agreeing with my fellow commissioners, so.
No, I asked if you could explain
I can explain what
the
the
consistency or
assessor,
the unfairness.
in that he was not,
I'm not asking about the assessor, I'm asking about the employee that received a $4,000 adjustment.
well, that title was changed, her description, she was given more duties too. Is that correct? Yes. So it's.
So was my employee, and just continued and got certified in second-degree legal description training. There's another county that I'm aware of that is looking to plug employees because they want them trained, and they don't have to spend the time and effort to do that. So I can provide information if that's what we're going to pivot to.
Thank you. Okay. Renewal for property and liability coverage for 2026.
We currently have our liability, auto, and property insurance with Assured Partners, and we're finishing up our 7th year with Travelers. I sent you guys an email on this, I think, last week. We will be recommending column 2 on the spreadsheet, which is labeled Travelers 2026. That's a 19.63% increase. If renewing with the column 2, we'd be able to keep our deductibles at the $10,000. They did get us quotes for the $50,000 deductible, which is column 3 with Travelers, and then they got another quote with MoPerm, and that's column 5. The auto policy continues to increase. MoPerm did submit a competitive offer, but the main difference there would be the umbrella. We're able to keep our $6 million umbrella, or if we moved to MoPerm, it would drop down to $2 million, which that would be a huge difference. The renewal with Cowbell for the cyber liability coverage pretty much stayed flat. The premium in 25 was $34,299, and in 26 it's $34,874.70. So we are recommending to renew it with Travelers with a 19.63 increase.
I was disappointed with the increase, but I sort of expected it. And I know we could save money, but we save money by increasing our risk on the deductible, any umbrella, and the limits. And I'm not comfortable with putting the county at risk on those things. So I'm agreeing with what you said. We sat in the same meeting and went over the details.
And we budgeted 20,000 or 20%, right, Jay?
Yes.
So we were right in.
I'm surprised Travelers really kept us, but.
They're hoping next year they'll have more people be able to provide us quotes.
Yes, and they tried that,
Yes.
but that market is what that market is. They inquired in other places, but didn't get responses.
Yep.
But we were told that the market seems to be opening up, and that we shouldn't expect a 19.3 whatever percent increase next year. I didn't want the risk that goes with different deductibles and different umbrellas. that's scary.
Well, the claims have been up, so we kind of saw this coming, that our mod, or whatever the number is that they use, so. But it hit you like a train at 20% or thereabouts, so. I agree with you. The Western District Commissioner on the not having a bunch of different stuff out there and putting ourselves at that risk. Hopefully we can have some better years coming and maybe it goes back down a little bit. So I don't have the answers for getting it back down or
I'd say our
claims.
experience, our claims experience is the way to get a better. So it's up to us to not have the claims.
Got to get rid of more deer. All righty, so
We just need approval of it, there's nothing to sign today.
I'll make a motion to renew the property and liability coverage for 2026 as explained in, can I cite the report given to us. Using column 2 of the schedule provided by our insurance counselor.
second.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approval of EMS updated pay grid.
Last week, you guys, during the budget hearings, you guys approved EMS's, or wanted to approve EMS's pay grid. He updated the numbers. We got a new one, so today we're just needing approval. That way we can get pay forms and move forward with this new pay
That's
grid.
what the one change or something that was.
He made the one change.
Yes, there was, failed to carry a 1 in one column.
And this was driven by the minimum wage.
Yes.
It's just our opportunity to give it some heck. Next time, we'll get you a calculator, so.
There's only probably 150 columns.
Is the state statute, which gave us a headache here, does it have built-in increases, or are we frozen at the $15 for a while?
There is no built-in increase. However, we are subject to any future changes in the state minimum. So there's nothing on the horizon. Okay, all we know is that it goes to $15 January 1. Beyond that, there is no planned increase. However, if there are increases, when there are increases in the future, we will be subject.
Yeah. Originally, it had a CPI inflation factor in it, and that got modified.
And this is a state statute as opposed to a federal number.
Yes.
We've been subject to the federal minimum wage. And then they took out the 9 in House Committee.
Right. Okay. Do we have a motion?
Yeah, motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve the updated EMS pay grid.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. We will go back to the public hearings. What's a public hearing? Okay, for a stop sign installation. So do we need to open this up to the public?
Yes.
Okay, is everybody here to speak on these two requests? Hearing none, and I will close the public.
Well, no, we need to go through the,
Oh,
so I'll do this as expedient as possible.
Should have done it earlier.
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk.
Let me check.
Okay, we'll get going.
The second one's.
Okay, you're good. All right, so.
This is like a French toast, whatever.
Guys.
Sorry. I'll try to go quick. So our Traffic and Safety Advisory Board heard 2 requests for stop signs in recent meetings. One stop sign request was on Penny Hollow Road at the Boone Road intersection.
Hey, Sam, close that door. And then open that other one maybe.
It's like you were blind.
Okay, carry it on. So here's the location. It's near Eugene on Penny Hollow Road. Boone Road intersects at a T with Penny Hollow. They're gravel roads. Here's on Boone Road looking south, and you can see, Penny Hollow Road looking south. You can see Boone Road on the left. And this is coming the opposite direction. You can see a lot of tree growth there. This is during the spring, so you can imagine during the summer, it's grown out pretty good. And see, here's on Boone Road. This is looking straight at the intersection. And then coming down to it, you look right, kind of up the hill on Penny Hollow, and then looking left. It's really you have no sight distance, no visibility here. You can almost see when you get a little further out, but in following the traffic safety manual, we do have requirements on an intersection with no control, no traffic control at all. In this case, there's no signing at all. And there is a requirement that there be some sight distance, a distance of 140 feet in either direction, or looking on the side road. And we do not have that traffic or that sight distance. And looking again at the traffic safety manual for guidance, so the installation of a stop sign, there is warrant or condition 1 or warrant A, restricted view that exists that requires road users to stop in order to adequately observe conflicting traffic on the through street or highway. So that's what we have in this case. So the Traffic and Safety Advisory Board did recommend a stop sign at Boone Road, on Boone Road at Penny Hollow, and we just need the county commission to either accept or deny, and if you accept, we have a court order to sign.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept the Traffic and Safety Advisory Board recommendation for the installation of a stop sign on Boone Road at Penny Hollow Road.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay, and then the next stop sign request is on Lost Valley Lane at Liberty Road. And this is on the east side of town. Liberty Road is actually Old Highway 50 heading out towards Taos. Lost Valley Lane is Old Route J that was made a short no outlet road with the construction of the current Highway 50. So just over the years, a stop sign was never installed at this location. Don't know why, it just wasn't. And so there was a request to review this, take it to the Traffic and Safety Advisory Board. And so here's, if you're on Liberty Road looking east, you can see the road on the left there. And this is, if you're heading west towards Jefferson City, you can see the road on the right. And then this is on Lost Valley Lane, looking both ways. This is looking east and then looking west. And so guidance in the traffic safety manual, condition C exists. The intersection is of a lower functional classification road with a higher functional classification road. So Liberty Road is a higher speed through road. Like I said, it's Old Highway 50, so it's a much higher design, how it was designed and built for much higher traffic volumes and speed. And so you have this little side road, and so condition C would warrant installing a stop sign. And so the Traffic and Safety Advisory Board did recommend the installation of the stop sign on Lost Valley Lane at Liberty Road. So we need the county commission, if you accept this recommendation, to sign the court order.
I'll make a motion to accept the Traffic and Safety Advisory Board recommendation for the installation of a stop sign on Lost Valley Lane at Liberty Road.
Second.
All All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Do we have some stop signs with pre-buckshot holes in them that we can put up to save someone the effort?
We just put a sticker on it. Well, the one on Lost Valley, they're putting holes in that one. They're gonna be in more trouble than for shooting a sign.
Okay.
I'm not as familiar with the other one.
Do we have anything else? Then I can close the public hearing. Okay.
I don't know where everybody went. That wasn't so bad.
Trying to go too quick.
Okay, well, we have covered everything now, so we have closed session. I would entertain a motion to go into closed session, please.
Pursuant to section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri, the commission will go into closed session to discuss the following. Real estate under section 610.021, subsection 2.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sam,
Yes.
Harry,
Yes.